like to talk about favourite subject of ours, distance. Where does it come from? How do we get it? How do we get more of it? And it's not one answer, clearly, but what I want to talk about is quite a specific, and that is really what I would call loading and the holding and storing of angles. And all I'm talking about here is right wrist, right elbow. As the body produces the loading of the power, we need to make sure that the right wrist and the right elbow is holding their positions so that they can deliver at the final thing, which of course is impact. Let's talk about something we learnt as a kid. You know, we literally learnt how to throw. So when we throw, we load. We move our body, we move weight, we store an angle in the right wrist and the right elbow, and then we release all of those functions when we want to apply the power and of course the direction. Think of a David Beckham free kick. If you actually have a look closely at that, you see the same actions. It's a separation of body, it's angles through the ankle and the knee, it's the release of those and the timing of. A Nadal tennis serve, no different. Very, very important. There's some similarities right across sport, because this is what we're talking about. We're talking about getting the body to perform an athletic move and provide control and speed. And the control of those together, of course, is important. How does that work in golf? Well, quite simply, as we get up to the top of the backswing, here you'll see that my elbow here is folded, my wrist is folded, and I want to keep those in position. I want them set as long as possible for me to actually then release through the golf ball. The timing of that, of course, is everything, but as with throwing, you learn to time it. Don't worry about it. Don't agonize over any of this stuff. All I'm trying to do is make you aware of the roll. And the roll is we need to hold the wrist, we need to hold the elbow, and then your brain will sort out when and how to release it. Just like it did when you were 4 or 5 years old and you were throwing pebbles at Coke cans. It's quite a simple function, and you've got to allow yourself to do that. So give it a go. Look at the other sports. Don't get trapped in our own sport. Look at all the other sports. See if we can learn something from them. And I'm sure that you'll start to understand the golf swing a lot more.